Top of the morning, everybody. Whoa. God damn, that mic seems hot. All right, let's get this chart cleaned up. Let's figure out what we're going to talk about today. Just looking at the candles here on my screen. Just looking in between here and the way that this high formed break, bit of an inefficiency, attempt to crawl back up, bit of an inefficiency again. I would suggest that we're going to come take out this low. But, I mean, looking at this, I would, like, why stop here? Why stop there, right? Like, why not take out these lows? So, I think that's to say that the first place I could look for a long would be after a purge of this low, but I'm not super excited about that. I gotta admit, I think like lower. I mean, let's look at it this way. Price like rolled back almost to this low, came back and surpassed that high. Price rolled back almost to that low, came back and surpassed that high. Price rolled almost to that low, but it's the coming back and surpassing that high thing that we're not really seeing right now. So essentially, like, we got into like this area of price action on the initiation, and it just broke. It just broke bearishly. So, yeah, all that's to say that, like, I don't know why we would stop here. Here makes some sense, but I half wonder if we need to just come all the way down and take this out. All right, now that I cleaned it up only to make it messy again. And then follow that up by the fact that we have good highs. And we have poor lows. So I think what makes the most sense here, as far as finding a short, would be in the event that price were to come up on open, not below this low. So if price were to come up on open and either just kind of bring some longs in above this high and roll it off on them, or do that same sort of action up here, leaving these alone. I want these to be left alone. I think more for if we were to open and come down below this low, and then see some recovery back there, I think this is going to make more sense for some sort of a long trade. If there's structure down here to participate in, I think that's going to build a far better low. I still would be worried right above this high for some potential absorption, but like this is the only like kind of scalpish long I would see, and that would be something, especially given the fact that it's a Friday, that you would want to like get your stop loss to break even like within a sneeze of time. Let's clean this up here. So for the most part, I would say, yeah, that'd be what I'd be looking at in and about open. Yes, I learned my concepts from White Phoenix. Yes, indeed, I did. many moons ago, I imagine I was one of the first 20 people to purchase his course. I'd been studying from him for, I don't know, probably a year or two before that. All right, so it's Friday. Normally we do a study session today. Alex, I don't think I saw Alex streaming this morning. So I figured if he wasn't covering open, I'd probably hop in and cover it. But I'm down to take this any direction. Let's say good morning to some people. G13HW, Nadim, Barb, Ben Baller did the chain 9095. He did it 9,095 times, guys. Overachiever. J-Taka Oka 01, what's up, Jesus? Saves 77, Jesus Saves 7766. No, I used to be in Jason Casper's server many moons ago, but there came a point in my journey in which I said, you know what, I have to do this all on my wee little lonesome. And so nothing against those guys over there. I just I canceled my sub like a year ago just to force myself to go it alone, man. Just to go it alone. Damn. Good morning. What up, cocaine? Let's see here. Where was another place? We were looking for a potential long down here. Brother. But I also learned from Boyan, and of course Casper too. Monthly close and open. Let's take a look at it. Monthly close and open. Let's find a different chart for that. Maybe the Coinbase chart's not too bad. I don't know. Let's see what it looks like on here. All right. I'm gonna need a blank chart. Kraken blank, please. It's less than encouraging. Here's what I'd say about the higher time frames. You have both good lows and good highs. We're in the process of retesting the prior bullish month. In other words, like people bought into selling. So this is supply. But all in all, you have a decent low. You definitely have good highs. So in my opinion, what you have here is a range. You just have yourself a good old-fashioned range. One of them good old-fashioned ranges. And we haven't taken. We have two ranges. Yeah, we have two ranges. So monthly candle, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look bullish to me, but it doesn't look bearish either. It looks like it's establishing a range. Which is a surprise, right? Like it's like, oh, whoop-de-woo. Like we knew that. We've been in this range for many moons now. We've been in this range, so I mean a while, whatever. I might be exaggerating a ton or a tad. No, 179 days is a heck of a lot of moons, if I'm gonna be honest. Are we open yet? Do we open? No, we haven't opened yet. Let's get back over there to the smaller time frames. I think I was on this one, man. Chantal. I feel like I fucked that name up, but I'm sticking with Chantal. Top of the morning. The Andy. Fred with the JNR. Top of the morning. You get any wops around here? I mean, it's Friday. The last thing that I expect during the bear market on a Friday is volatility, right? It's the last thing I expect. Yeah, doesn't seem overly likely. Oh man, this guy's really trying to mess my head up. User, what is this? Zanuzzi. What's up, Luke Saldana and Alexandra T? All right, so you just want to like take a little tumble right on the open, huh? It does me no good in either direction. Really doesn't do me any good in either direction. All right, that was the open candle. Yeah, it does me absolutely no good, Bitcoin. That is not the way that I wanted to approach this box at all. So, I mean, pretty much get rid of the, like, there's almost no shot of forming structure on the way down here now. There's almost no shot of that, right? So in order for me to trade an idea of, you know, like absorption or whatever, SFP of these semi-equal lows at this point, I would have to see a return to break the high. Which, good luck on that. Good luck on that. Now we have pure kind of market selling right into open. In other words, price did not come up, tag a limit order, leave a wick, and then come down. So I think this is still very, very vulnerable to getting tagged somewhere near open. Do you have any decent volume stepping in? Seen better, seen worse. What are we on, Binance? Yeah, the volume's pretty decent there. Volume's decent. For Friday, anyhow. Yeah, so normally, guys, what I try and do, I did not do it last week because I'm a moron. But typically what we do on Fridays is get together and, you know, do some studying. So if there's any concepts that we want to go over, any ideas, any general questions at all, please let me know. If you want to send a chart for me to look at, just like tag me in Discord and we can kind of look at it together and learn what we can learn. I can get some alerts set on Bitcoin, but it really didn't give me a lot to work with here. It's the verticality of this approach to the low that has me completely uninterested. We came straight to it as opposed to, you know, kind of wiggling down. Anything. I mean, maybe it didn't have to take an hour to get there, but like, you get the point. That's 2 candles and we touched the low. 2 1-minute candles and we touched low. Bummers. Got stopped on your short. You get stopped on a short right here only for it to fall. Ouch. That's okay. Well, I mean, it's easy for me to say, but well, I guess we can get rid of this that got fixed. See, regardless of my idea of a response from underneath this low right here, this just doesn't even come close to meeting my rules to trade it. So, yeah, nothing to see here as far as I'm concerned. Nothing to see here. Get some alert skis going. Let's go ahead and, what do we want to do about this low here? I have too many rays on my chart already, so I'm just going to move this down here. brother, you gotta get on the wick, or you're just gonna make me. You're gonna make me upset. But like, we don't have any. We have no. Another thing to keep in mind is you have no support left over here. Nothing there. Absolutely fuck all between here and here. Fuck all between here and here. Right. We don't really have any demand to hold us up in this area. We go look at like gold or I mean, all this stuff is just going to be boring and the same. See how we're returning on this. This looks good. This still looks bullish to me. NQ still looks bullish to me. I don't really have any issues with it. Low could be better. Low could absolutely be better, but I mean, we had to break at least what 1 hour structure. About one. Where's the 4 at? Okay, we're getting close to challenging our 4-hour high. But that doesn't look so bad. How's the Earl and the gold doing, man? Nah, gold, you're not where I want you yet. Not where I want you, bud. You're not where I need you. No, you just got range deviation after deviation in here. So let's go check out this low and keep on trucking there, homie. Will, you got anything for us to make use of here? All right, we're getting up into starting to fill this gap. Okay, so deviate the high, deviate the low, deviate the high. Pluck this low. To jump on. Boy, this is kind of unfortunate here. That's a good trade. Actually, it's a never mind. It's a trade. I'm not gonna say that was a good trade. I wonder what the structure between here and here looks like. About, I guess we have 15-minute there. Let's say we're still up on gold unless we lose 84.95. I thought I had an alert down there. Oh, maybe it's all the way down here. Now it'll be really interesting to see if we can make an initiation here. It's kind of a shame that we came back up that high. I'd much rather it. I'm going to redraw from here. I'd much rather it came down, hit the low, small, fill the low, then come up. Then I think we could have something to play with, but I ain't touching that yet. No, bro. All right, guys. We got another, like, we got time, man. We got like another 45 minutes or more to kill. So you guys are gonna give me something to talk about. I was thinking about revisiting risk management today, but I'm not as prepared as I'd like to be for it. Let's go check on the XRP chart. Alright, bastard. Okay. So, you know, here was the trouble with XRP for me. I noticed that it had tagged this high, and I was like, okay, give me a structural transition now. We had supply right above us, but our 15-minute low was clear down here. Bullish response from the 15-minute low only to SFP the last high. And the reason I was interested in this was this kind of like algorithmic style presentation of the candle climb from here up to here. This looked like a very good return to zone. But here's what I will also say about this. This right here is just as weak of price action. We've got a couple removals of liquidity here, but I would the way that, hold on, let me get this line out of the way first of all. I'm not interested in that at all. Yeah, the way that these candles are presenting here makes me very interested in along here. I mean, really and truly, if we can just break this high at this point, I would already be interested in a long. It doesn't make sense to do that, in my opinion. It makes sense to come down to something like that first, which would be, so what is this? That's like the FOMC low. But I think Bitcoin already tackled that, didn't it? No. Yeah, so that's this on Bitcoin. Yeah, pull that low that was formed during FOMC. So, yeah, no fucking huge surprise here. If we're looking for it on Bitcoin, you might as well be looking for it on XRP or anything else you can find that matches that. Took 30% on the XRP short. Good. Yeah, cool for you. It just didn't line up for an entry for me, man. I just wanted it to take the local high one more time. I wanted it to take this local high one more time or develop structure above that high and lose that structure. And didn't give me either of those, so I never ended up participating in it. And you know, I still think what might make more sense is this too. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason it has to lift here. I'm just saying that is the earliest point in time that makes sense to me. That's like higher probability that, the FOMC low. But really, I suspect something more like this. I think that just makes a bit more sense to me. It also would look very accumulative if it did that, and it would give us an opportunity to form a sign of strength up above 1.66. So, yeah, that's my general thoughts on that. Dominance, you ever going to do what I want you to? How are we looking, buddy? look like the Bitcoin chart. Kind of pathetic, but that's okay. It's all right to it's all right to develop lows that look like this on the dominance chart, because we want, well, I don't know about this we shit, but I want reasons to return, right? I want reasons to return anyway. Yeah, this is better to leave semi-equal lows there anyhow, so that in the event that we can get what I've been looking for fucking feels like 14 years now, we have reasons to return back down and take care of those. So, not very exciting over there either. Yeah, and this open has been absolutely worthless for me. I mean, it's just there's no wick here, right? So I have no evidence of limits being filled. Yeah, I can't participate in this. I'm not allowed to participate in this. So far from meeting my rules, it's not even funny. And, you know, we're not forming a very bullish approach to this low either at this point, but let's get an alert down here because it's the next place I'll be interested. Just put that sucker on our last high. Let's get rid of this. You know, see, normally I would be tempted to mark this area out as like supply, but I don't know. I'll take issue for the 14th time that it was market orders only that caused the fall in price action on open, not limit orders, and that's a problem. That's a problem. So I don't consider this to be a strong zone to overcome, is what I'm saying. Let me pop open maybe some footprint candles. So I want to take a look at CVD anyhow, so. Dang, some buttercup stepped in there and got absorbed, huh? 1.2K? Dude. Exhausting. It's all I can hope for now. Seriously though, you guys have any questions? ADA short. Let's go take a look at ADA. Glad you're in an ADA short. I'm happy for you. Looks a touch risky, my man. So you like purged that high, ran into supply. Broke that structure after failing this high, making this a good high. So that's probably the best thing we have going for it. My worry is you took out your low. And then really challenged the structure here. This looks like it could damn near be a 4-hour high. At least, right? We have a decent low and a decent high. Or rather, good low and good high. This high is pretty pathetic. Let's look at our lower time frames. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's pretty challenging. I'd just be really careful about it. I guess low time frames that high is not completely terrible. I'll be interested to see what happens at 1674. Yeah. Be cautious. That could be a long of that low. Gonna get jingle bells on Bitcoin. Okay, cool. We can't break 63,418. I'm still not interested in that anyway. Sol, yeah. Yeah, we can take a look at Sol. It's likely to look just the same as all this other stuff, but we'll see what we see here. Sol's got a lot of work to do still. I don't think it's hit its order flow objective, and now that I'm looking at the Sol chart, it makes me think this is not going to hold over here. Would be the equivalent on Bitcoin. Is that clean down there? No, it'd probably be the equivalent of this. No, Sol. Man, no, I don't. Yeah, I would venture to guess that your swing high has actually been in for a while on this. Let me put it this way. If this doesn't hold down here, I wouldn't be surprised to see it ultimately take this low. So as far as shorts would go, as far as longs go, I mean, either A, you got to come back and you got to break this now. Or, right, because if we really struggle to close here and then return to break this guy, that changes my perspective entirely. But what I anticipate is you're going to see buyers stepping in here. They're going to get absorbed. You're going to displace. Sorry, that buyers stepping in here. You're going to get absorbed and displaced. Well, I don't know. Then again, what is Bitcoin looking like right now? Brother, what are we doing? Let's not count it out here. Let's just play the local range that we have, right? Yeah, we probably have the same issue with open on this. No, not quite. We do not have the same issue with open. Anyways, sorry, let me get out to the 15 again. The deviation above this high, the knock into supply, the break of structure with the retest, all tells me that price is ultimately going to have to seek out an answer to a question down here. That's what my gut tells me. There's probably some manner of like POC-ish right here that I couldn't be less interested in. Let's see if we can. Yeah, we're already underneath it anyhow. Yeah, this chart says prices are coming down still, man. Which might be even better for your ADA short. I just on ADA, to me, I'm not really excited until break of 1603. In which case, I would say it's going to take out that low down there. Yeah, all of this is either a continuation of bearish price action or a incomplete accumulation model. So, yeah, it has every reason to just continue to fall here. Glad for all you guys are short. I'm terrible at spot. I'm terrible at spot. Really, my problem. Here's my problem that I've always had with spot over all the years. Um, I'll show you. I'll show you on Total 3. I can easily identify it when charts achieve levels like this, and then I tell myself, well, it's just a spot position. Like, you can at least wait until it breaks structure, right? You can at least wait until it breaks some sort of structure. And then I end up holding through bullshit like this. And then even when we return again, I end up holding through bullshit like this. I mean, so like even though like I bought majority of my spot like in that area, no, it probably was a bit earlier than that. Still, either way, the moral of the story is like I told Slam Banjo, sell all your XRP right here, and I couldn't take my own goddamn advice, man. And I think that was December 24th. Yeah, that was, yeah, y'all get the point. And then, like, XRP is my biggest holding. And, I've just slowly watched it incur a 70% drawdown. No big deal. No big deal, right? So, yeah, I don't, I don't often, well, I mean, like, my trouble with spot is like, I'll give advice, but, won't take it. And by the way, for, altcoins, I think if you have altcoins, you need to be out in this section right here. I have an entire thesis on this. But if we can be so lucky as to rotate from here up into here, I'm going to be looking to dump like a madman. Because I think this range has a giant problem at the end of this, and I think everybody has. I fear a lot of people have misread the altcoin markets or the crypto markets in general. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents on spot. Womp womp. Wow. What a shame. I mean, it's fun to come on and chat with you guys either way, but it would have been really nice if I would have had a reason to participate in this. That would have been cool. Just get rid of all this shit. Don't need none of that shit now. Move our alerts down to here. Yeah, I've really been trying to get into more TradFi during this bear market because it's boring. Really, bro? The internal low? We were looking at this one yesterday, and I wanted this low. Short-lived, though, huh? Short-lived. Oh, will that alert happen fast? Jesus, does NQ look like that right now? Oh. Oh, I take it all back, guys. That is a brutal looking top. Brutal. Oh, that's disgusting. That all happened on open? Oh, that's disgusting. No fucking wonder. Oh, this fucking mixtape is driving me crazy. Man, I thought that thing was looking pretty sexy this morning, but that is a wicked top. And all this looks easy to cut. That looks easy to cut. Might as well take the lows at that point. Ooh, that looks disgusting. That looks disgusting. So I'm gonna short it. Wish I was watching that chart the whole time. Yeah, we're starting to knock out some like swing kind of lows here, so it's not too surprising that we're getting a bullish reaction, but I mean, like, you're not going to break any mentionable structure until you come back up above market open. This is nothing I can participate in. Now, if you want to form a proper low here that can make me actually believe you, then I could have something to talk about. But like, if you can't do this, if you can't do that, bro, I'm out. But on that note, I suppose I'll reset an alert at the low. Get rid of that. And I think Soul's got a ways to go. I think we covered this already, but I don't know. Maybe we didn't talk about this. Do I have a different chart? Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. I could very much see Soul going there. Some decent crypto. Oh, I don't know. I mean, you're talking about shorting the retracement off of Bitcoin. I mean, like, I don't know. I'd want more of a retracement, honestly. And if you really are going to retrace from here, you're likely to take out market open. But this is also a good place for the market to absorb long orders. Right, kind of the same way that, like, look what happened when we took out this swing low, right? Do you see this little bunch of candles right here? That was the low, right? Yeah. Yeah, so as we interacted with our last low, right here you got all your buyers stepping in, right? You get all those buyers stepping in and they just absorbed right into a limit short position. So there's nothing to say that that is not going to happen here again, but I think that the reason why I can't participate in this, I can't even short it here, is even if it does build absorption in here to fall to the next swing low, um, you have this giant inefficiency above you. So, like, that could get filled pretty quick. And I don't like open. So, no, unless you like it has to give me structure. If I don't have structure, I don't make a trade. You know what I mean? Like I'm short NQ because this this is clear as a fucking bell to me. But this stuff over here, it does not meet my rules, man. I can yeah, just does not meet my rules. Like for the most part, everything that's happened today has made sense, but that doesn't mean I can trade it. Man, we still got some time to kill, y'all. BRBs real quick. Hey, you're welcome, Alexandria G. If you're on your way out, I want you to know that I love you and I'm rooting for you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Hoping you grabbed a little bit of coins for the old purse down here. Interesting, isn't it? All right, guys. What else do we got to chat about, man? What is XYZ 100? It's just are you talking about this thing? It's just it's just the Nasdaq crypto pair, right? So this is the same chart as this chart. That's all it is. No, I don't know. Are you literally axing XYZ 100? Oh yeah, that's the same chart. Yeah, that's the same chart. I'm gonna assume that this is only tradable on the Hyperliquid exchange. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm gonna assume that that is the case. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that that is the case. Yeah, it's just a purely paper market. Hey, I got a lot of people in the stream, so I'm gonna plug. Well, I don't know if I really have that many people in the stream, but y'all wouldn't mind sharing that. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. You don't have to like. You don't have to subscribe. All right, man. What are we doing, guys? Should we go dig around, see if we can find anything interesting? Apple down 10% today, huh? Things that make you go, Things that make you go, Shared to your 5 followers. There we go, buddy. Appreciate it. This thing looks like it's in a lot of trouble, man. We have this great high up here, this massive break of structure, this terrible low down here, followed by more terrible lows. Highs up here, Dece. I mean, it's just one of those things that, yeah. So that piece of information right there tells me that our low is weak, but I don't know if I've seen more Chop City than that my entire life. It's so choppy. Get on down, just by itself. Get on down. My bias is down. My bias is here's what I think makes the most sense. I think you need to peel off some, if not all of this liquidity. Could just be some of it. Some or all of it. And I think it's going to initiate below this low. And I wouldn't want to long it until down here. ETHFI. We can take a look at ETHFI. Thought I heard an alert go off. I don't care about Bitcoin right now anyway. Looks dead. Yeah, so essentially on your last range deviation, you know, you pulled this high, torpedoed the low, and then people have slowly pretended that this is still an interesting asset ever since. Which unfortunately it's not. Just clip the daily high again. Or a swing high, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't particularly care. For low. Should break a structure in your retest. So I would suggest it's coming here. Some unmitigated demand right here. I think the better trade here is letting it tag this demand, retrace, and then looking for the failure on the retrace somewhere to ultimately drive it down here, because I could see lift off of here taking out this area. Yeah. Brother. Now, if you could get a mitigation into here prior to touching this low, I'd still look for a short here. That's my thoughts on the ETH buy. It's probably time for me to call it done, guys. It is. It's pretty much time for me to call this thing a Rapola. So, everybody, thanks for joining me. I love you guys. I'm rooting for you guys. There's nothing you can do about that. I hope you have a phenomenal Friday. And I hope you have an exceptional weekend as well. That's what I hope. So, I bid you all adieu. Yeah, it's the last sip of coffee too.